The United States says it's stepping up efforts to boost COVID-19 vaccine production and continue donating vaccines to poor countries, reaching a goal of ending the pandemic by next fall. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced Wednesday the U.S. has brokered a deal for Johnson & Johnson vaccines to be sent to people living in conflict zones and other humanitarian settings. Blinken made the remarks during a virtual COVID-19 ministerial that he convened with his counterparts from other countries and international organizations. He announced other steps, including a comprehensive COVID-19 data tracker created by the International Monetary Fund, the World Health Organization, and the World Bank. Wednesday's announcement comes after Moderna said it would sell up to 110 million doses of its COVID-19 vaccine to African Union member nations. Several U.S. states have challenged a federal vaccine mandate for healthcare workers. 10 states have filed a lawsuit against the federal government to try to block a COVID-19 vaccine requirement for healthcare workers that's scheduled to take effect January 4th. The lawsuit was filed in federal court in the U.S. state of Missouri. It contends the vaccine requirement from the Federal Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services is unprecedented and unreasonably broad. The Department of Homeland Security says the U.S. faces a heightened threat environment with the approach of the holidays. A National Terrorism Advisory Bulletin issued Wednesday says individuals or small groups could exploit mass gatherings tied to upcoming religious holidays, though DHS says it is not aware of any specific credible plots. Pope Francis warned time was running out to save the planet while expressing regret at his absence from the climate talks in Glasgow in a letter published Thursday. The summit, he said in the letter to Catholics in Scotland, was, quote, meant to address one of the great moral issues of our time, the preservation of God's creation, end quote. The pontiff said in the letter dated Tuesday but published by the Vatican Thursday that he had hoped to take part in the COP26 climate talks underway in Glasgow. The 84-year-old is a staunch advocate for the environment and has called climate change an unprecedented threat requiring urgent action. Iran faces renewed scrutiny for its deadly suppression of nationwide protest in 2019. This as a London tribunal began hearing testimony Wednesday from relatives of those killed and others regarding alleged crimes committed in the crackdown. The event, known as an International People's Tribunal, organized by rights groups, opened in London's Church House Conference Center. Its goal is to investigate alleged Iranian atrocities, including the alleged killing by security forces of hundreds of protesters and wounding of thousands more during the November 2019 protests. Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko hinted at shutting down gas supplies to Europe Thursday amid an escalating migration dispute with the European Union. Lukashenko suggested Minsk could respond to the European threat of closing its borders to the country. Thousands of migrants have flocked to Belarus's border with Poland in the last week, hoping to get to Western Europe. Meanwhile, Belarusian police released skier Alexandra Ramanauskaya Thursday after fining her for allegedly violating protest laws, according to a foundation that supports athletes jailed or sidelined for their political views. The Belarusian Sports Solidarity Foundation said the 2019 world champion in aerials was detained after a training session in Minsk Wednesday. She was fined more than $1,000 Thursday for her alleged offenses, the foundation said. The 25-year-old competed in the 2018 Winter Olympics in South Korea, and a spokesperson said the International Olympic Committee is looking into the situation. F.W. de Klerk, who shared the Nobel Peace Prize with Nelson Mandela and as South Africa's last apartheid president oversaw the end of the country's white minority rule, has died at the age of 85. He died after a battle of cancer at his home in Cape Town.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.